Hey guys, Carnage here. Gonna start off with some kind of bad news before I do get to the haul video. Uh, on June 11th, uh, my uncle Scott, the one who gifted me the Hulk 181, uh, tragically passed away uh, because of complications with his cancer. My uncle's uh, battled cancer for roughly 11 years, I believe. He beat it once, which was phenomenal. That was a couple years ago. I want to say maybe like 3 or 4, and then it came back, and he fought his best. But I mean, in the end, it took a lot out of him. He was throwing up blood, and like legitimately the past 2 months, he's just been steadily declining in health. So yeah, it's been kind of a little it's been weird, just because I'd occasionally call him if you hear any yelling outside. Kids are playing, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, it's gonna be weird because I would occasionally call him. Like I haven't called him in about a month, just because I've been really busy because my roommates have been, in the process of moving out, which is kind of why the kitchen kind of looks like this. And they actually did just move into their house, like their bed and everything else like that. They did not bring everything because, they still have quite a bit of stuff to move and, but anyway. But yeah, some pretty sad news. It's gonna be weird without him. Uh, yeah, but anyway, enough about that. Like, I'll miss my uncle, but this is more of like a less depressing comic book channel, which does kind of remind me. Comic Storian passed away as well on the 8th this month too, which sucks as well. But I didn't really know him that well. He was a pretty big reason how I got most of my comic book knowledge before I actually read comics. But anyway, enough depressing, sad stuff. Now let's get into the haul. First, I got this pretty cool Captain America box. The lid's currently on the counter, just because I just pulled the books out and I didn't put the lid back on. But pretty cool. Got it for $5 because it's actually a used comic box, which I mean I thought was a pretty decent deal. Like I really do like the side art on it as well. But now into the bigger part of this whole haul video, the comics. And I did pick up one book that does kind of mean a little bit to me today. So anyway, this is a book I actually forgot to pick up last week. This is Batman number 148 by Chip Zdarsky. Really cool cover. I didn't even recognize this as a Batman book last week. I thought it was Batman the Brave and the Bold, and then this week Batman came out. Just had a couple things switched around, but hey, accidents happen all the time. And then next one up is Ultimate X-Men number 4. I'm not gonna lie, the X-Men book has been kind of my least favorite one. Nothing against Peach Momoko, I'm just not a huge fan of her writing style. But I am picking up Ultimate X-Men because it's Ultimate Universe, man. I love like anything Ultimate Comics related. It's just one of my favorite things, so that's mostly why I'm picking up. I then picked up the reprint of Gotham by Gaslight. This is a pretty cool story, and this leads into the next book I picked up as well. This is Gotham by Gaslight Kryptonian Age. I did pick up the variant cover with the Batman, and let me just say, I do apologize for the glare, but this is just a badass cover, dude. And I've never read Gotham by Gaslight, which is why I picked up the reprint of the original one. But I've watched the animated movie, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. It's very cool. I know it has something to do with Batman hunting down Jack the Ripper, who at this time in that universe is James Gordon, which, sorry for the spoiler, but I mean it came out like 30, 40 years ago. So I mean, if you didn't know anything about it then, like I mean, hey. Anyway, next up is Suicide Squad Dream Team issue number 4 of 4. This is the final issue of this series. Still haven't read issue number 3, but the first 2 issues were pretty good. I really, really enjoyed those. Speaking of issues I haven't read, I still need to read Red Hood Over the Hill. Red Hood the Hill, not Over the Hill. I'm a big Red Hood fan. I've just been putting off reading it just because I've had a lot of other books that I've been wanting to catch up on as well. Oh, this is a good one. This is one of my favorite series going on at the moment. This is Blood Hunt, like the main Blood Hunt story. This is issue number 3, and this is the explicit bloody version. Really cool. Really do love the cover too. Kind of like I think it's mildly homaging, like, Spider-Man number 1 from the 90s, done by Todd McFarlane, but it's being done with Miles Morales, and this is kind of cool. I really do like it. Let me just say, it is a mild spoiler for what happened in issue number 2, the cover. So if you haven't read it, the spoiler's on the cover, so I do apologize. And then we have Blood Hunt, The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 2. Really, really enjoyed the first issue. Basically, Spider-Man, Lizard, and Misty are all trying to find Colleen Wing and Michael Morbius, because Michael's trying to work on a cure for all the vampire things going on and everything else like that. Really enjoyed the first issue. Really excited to see what the second issue brings. And then we have Avengers issue number 15 by Jed MacKay. Really, really loving this Avengers story by him. He's actually going to be doing the X-Men in about, I want to say, like, it's going to be released in like a couple weeks, if not next month. But I'm excited for that because I've never really read many X-Men books before, so really excited about that. But here is issue number 15, and in the last issue we see Captain America, Kate Bishop, I forget her name, Hercules, basically those guys. Oh yeah, Quicksilver's part of this team too, I forgot about him. Basically, Captain America gets abducted, well, Captain America and his team of Avengers who answered the call get abducted by, what's his name, Baron Blood, I think his name is. I might be getting him confused with the DC character. Is that Brother Blood? Or, I really hate names that have, double letters, because then it hurts my brain trying to think of them. But that's basically where the last issue left off. Captain America and his team get abducted by them. So very excited to see what happens in this issue. And then we have Giant Size Daredevil issue number 1. This is a one-shot, and this is a pretty cool one because I read that Kingpin gets some powers in this. So very excited to see where that goes. Also, it's just a pretty cool cover. I really do like it. Especially, Kingpin in the back, just being a menace as usual. I'll actually save that one till the end as well. And then we have Fantastic Four, issue number 2021. Let me just say, this is by far one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers I've seen in forever. Like, so cool. Like, they're all surrounded by vampires. Like, I should mention all the Marvel stuff, excluding for like maybe a handful of them, are doing like something for Blood Hunt. But let me just say, really, really dig this cover. Really curious what happens to the Fantastic Four during all of this. And then sticking with Blood Hunt, we have issue number 21 of Miles Morales. Really cool cover. You see Blade inside Miles' goggles. Really cool. Really do like it. And for those of you reading Blood Hunt, Blade is playing a pretty big part of it, and probably not the kind of role you think he would be playing. And we have Gods number 8 by Jonathan Hickman. I've only read the first issue of this, but I've been picking it up week to week when it's come out. Really, really do want to read it. Really curious about what's going on, just because I've heard from a lot of people. It's a slow burn of a read, but it's a very good book. So I'll definitely be checking that out fairly soon, hopefully, depending on when I get caught up on my other books. This is actually one I just caught up on the other day. This is Spider-Boy issue number 8, and this is the first appearance of this new character. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I want to say like Puzzler, something like that. But let me just say, kind of curious to see what this is about, just because Spider-Boy's been killing it lately. Also, I should mention, yes, I do know that my camera is, reversed. I don't know how to fix that without turning my phone this way and then not, seeing the screen. So I do apologize for that. Next up, we have The Incredible Hulk, issue number 13. Really digging this series so far. It mildly reminds me of The Immortal Hulk, except dealing with more of the supernatural type side of it, which I think is really cool. I also really do like Hulk with longer hair. Like, it makes a lot of sense for the Hulk to have, like, hair that goes down to his shoulders, in my opinion. Just because, he's a brute savage, and, he's not going to keep himself clean. So that's kind of why this makes the most sense to me, having him with longer hair. Up next, we have Deadpool Wolverine World War III, my apologies. Still have not read the first issue to this, but I think that's one I'll be reading tonight along with this one, just because I've heard that's a pretty good read as well from a few of my friends who have read it. So, very excited to see that. And up next, we have Deadpool number 3. This is the variant edition. This is more... I can't tell if this is like movie Ryan Reynolds or if this is like cosplayer, but I picked this one up just because I thought it was, the funniest and coolest looking one. Sorry about the glare. Let me just get a little closer. There we go. Really, really digging this series so far too, because basically it starts off with Wade doing like his normal mercenary thing. Him and Princess, his dog daughter, symbiote. It's kind of difficult to explain because Carnage got pregnant with a symbiote, gave birth to the symbiote, which was the Carnage symbiote, but it's not the Carnage symbiote, it's a replica of it, and then it decided to be a dog for some reason. I don't know. Very, very cool story, though. I do recommend you guys check it out. It's a little weird and Deadpool fun, so, try it out. You might love it. And then this is one that my comic shops pulled for me, because they know I'm a huge Scarlet Spider fan. If you can tell by the last video I had where I picked up the first appearance of the clone, which in the 70s they didn't know he was going to be Ben Reilly or anything yet. He was just, clone. But they pulled this aside for me. This is Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. This is the 6-print variant, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I love this. I love this. This is the coolest thing that I've... Like, I know they did a lot of covers like this, but I don't think they had Scarlet Spider. I know they did 2099, the black suit, and a couple others, I believe, but let me just say, they didn't do this one, and let me just say, very, very happy they did. Really, really happy to have this in my collection. Also, the only book I'm probably not going to be reading out of this whole pile. And then this one, which kind of leads to how I started the video. As I mentioned, my uncle passed away little over a day ago, almost 2 days ago, as of the time I'm recording this. Or, no. Yesterday is when he died. I was thinking a little too hard about it, if I'm honest. It feels longer just because, But, this book I picked up is actually one I sold to the comic shop that I go to. And it was one I was like 50-50 on keeping. I decided to not keep it and sell it to them. But, yeah, this is one of the few books that I know they still have of his there, and it's one of the ones that, kind of just means a little bit to me, just because you know, it's something that he read when he was a kid, and I have that with a handful of the books I. Sorry, my eyes are kind of watering up a little bit. Where was I? Um, this is, like I mentioned, this is one of the books that was in his personal collection that I helped him sell, and you know, I'm just gonna show the book. This is Daredevil number 181. This is the Death of Elektra, which, I mean, kind of mildly messed up that I, you know, picked up the death of a character uh, that I yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's kind of messed up that I did pick up the death of a character after the death of my uncle. But sorry, but you know, it was one of his comics that he had in his collection. So I mean, sorry, I'm just staring at it rather than you guys. I do apologize for that. Yeah, like it's gonna hurt for a while him being gone, but you know, like I'll get used to it. I'll, you know, learn to live with the pain and just remember him in the good times and everything like that. But anyway, enough of this depressing stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate every single one of you, and yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully, like I mentioned in the last video, hopefully, like I'm trying to slowly work on things, but I do kind of want to start doing like what Comic Storian kind of did. Like I mentioned that in the last video before I knew he passed away. But I do kind of want to start doing stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, stay tuned, guys. I appreciate and love every single one of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.